Y'all see my fingers? Y'all see my fingers? Are you guys ready to talk about menstruation? Yes, yes, yes. We are going to be talking all about all things menstrual cycles, all things that affect it. We're going to be giving a juice recipe that helps with menstrual cycles. So, if you are of childbearing age, or if you are married to someone of childbearing age, then this video will be helpful to you. Or if you want to get married, right? If you're looking at someone or talking to someone, have a girlfriend, whatever. If you are looking to help yourself with menstruation or all things menstrual cycles and periods, then we're going to be talking about it tonight. So welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Y'all, is that better? Is that better? Hey, y'all, I can see y'all. Can y'all see me? Okay, so hey y'all, hey. So what's up, everybody? My name is Adrienne. If you are new here, if this is your first video, first time finding me, coming across me on the internet, hello, welcome. If this is your first time coming across me on the internet, I am a passionate health enthusiast. Okay, good evening, welcome, so glad you could make it. I am a passionate health enthusiast, is what I call myself. I got my start, I have an Air Force background where I basically did personal training in the military. When I got out of the military, this is gonna be 8 years, y'all. 8 years ago, I got out of the military. And when I got out, I quickly realized that the people that I was helping in the military had a different level of health than the people on the outside. And so I went from the personal training aspect of things to realizing that maybe everybody can't do the workouts that we could do in the Air Force, but everybody can change their diet in some way, shape, or form to contribute to a healthier lifestyle for themselves. And so thus I moved into health and wellness. And then I was realizing that a lot of the people that I was coming across were beginners, didn't have a lot of disposable income, whether they had big families, whether they had long career days, busy schedules, whatever, moms of lots of children and things like that, or just really truly were overwhelmed with where to start. And so long story short, juicing came into the picture for me, for us, and I have been on this bandwagon, on this train ever since. And so that's probably been about 3 years now or so, 3 solid years, right? And so I started sharing my recipes with my family and close friends, and it just kind of blew up from there, okay? Just kind of blew up from there. So we're going to be talking all things menstrual cycles tonight, so I hope you're ready. Before we get started, I always like to share a couple of quick announcements, really. So I have a newsletter that I like to invite you to, and as my thank you for signing up for my newsletter and joining that community, I give you a free produce guide. I am a big component of eating in season. And I basically have made it easy for you. I've given you a shopping guide, a produce guide for eating in season. You can take it, screenshot it, save it to your phone. Hey girl, hey! You can take it, screenshot it, save it to your phone, take it with you to the grocery store. But I want you to join my newsletter community, because in the event that, you know what I'm saying, YouTube becomes the next TikTok, okay, then we're gonna need to stay in contact, okay? So join my newsletter. The link is always listed in the description box below. And stay in touch with me and keep up with everything that we're doing over here, okay? So my newsletter is called Witness Through Fitness. That's the name of my brand. And we've got some developments coming throughout the year of 2025, but you don't wanna miss those things, okay? So come on, go ahead, hit that button, hit that link, sign up. It's quick. I give you a free produce guide and you can keep up with me. It doesn't cost you anything. Then I also have a playlist that I would like for you to check out. If you are just checking me out, I have a 2-ingredient playlist. We're currently in a series of 2-ingredient juices that I am sharing. I'm sharing budget-friendly options. I'm sharing beginner-friendly options as far as taste is concerned, or as far as level of expertise, novice level is concerned. So beginner friendly, budget friendly, 2 ingredient recipe series that is going to be found in the playlist. So go to my YouTube homepage playlist, and then you'll find it says 2 ingredients. And then I also have one that's called food education, and I share healthy food swaps, healthy ingredient swaps, things like that, almond flour, regular flour. I got chips on there. I've got some oils on there, different stuff like that. And so you'll want to check that out. As far as also, I also have a couple of things where you see me clean out my own pantry, my own fridge, stuff like that. So it's time for me to do another one. I'll do another one of these days here soon, and hopefully share that with you guys then. Then I also have, what else do we have today? Yes, okay. Our quote of the day today is from Joel Fuhrman. I don't know if you ever heard of Joel Fuhrman, but he is a MD. He wrote a couple of medical doctors. So he wrote a couple of books on food, on medicine, food as medicine, essentially. But he is a medical doctor, and just absolutely does some great work. And so our quote comes from him on tonight, and it says this: simply put, this: food is really the most effective medicine. Okay, so I know I'm not a doctor, okay, and I never proclaimed to be one, but listen, okay, y'all, I serve the one who created this body, okay? The doctors study this body, but I serve the one who created this body. So if you want to get your real healing, you get your not just healing, but your wholeness, then go to him, okay? So we are, we eat, do, and talk about what he put on this earth, okay? And so I'm not saying that we don't need doctors. I'm not saying that doctors don't come in handy. I'm just saying that let's go to the one that gave us the knowledge to get well, okay? And let's not have our bodies on being medically manipulated, if you will, by having to take medicines throughout the course of our life. Does that make sense, y'all? Okay, so that is what it is. So food is really the most effective medicine. All right, so y'all ready for the recipe? Let's get into the recipe that we're gonna be talking about. I'm sure if you pay an inkling of attention to your body or the earth or anything, then you probably know the vein of which we're going to be talking about tonight. And so if we're talking about menstruation, you see my fingers already, right? Only a couple of foods do these to you guys. Yeah, only a couple of foods. So if we're talking about menstruation, then that means we're talking about blood, right? If we're talking about blood, then what parallels the blood, what am I trying to say? What parallels, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so basically, the foods that look, there we go, beets, you did it, round of applause, yes, beets, y'all, beets. She got what I was trying to put down, right? I didn't get it out really good, but you got what I was trying to say. So basically, it's like the foods look like the body part that they help, is what I was trying to say without giving it away. It didn't come out very well, but anyway, you got it. So we are doing beets tonight, okay? So y'all, we are doing beets and oranges. Yes, beets and oranges. I had some additional oranges, but yes. So our 2 ingredients for tonight are beets and oranges. And I'm gonna give you all the information of why beets help with cramps, why they help with menstruation, why I recommend them, and why they are recommended. But basically, here's a free tip for you guys. The foods help the body part that they most look like, okay? And as you continue to stay along with me on this journey through my newsletter and my YouTube content, you will learn that more and more. So we are going to get to juicing, and we're gonna taste this, and then we are going to let you guys go for the night, all right? So, my cups right here. So, we are using, if you didn't know this, we're using the Kuvings Auto 10 Plus tonight. We are getting to know her, as I like to say. We just got her over the Christmas holiday, and we are getting acquainted with her. We I've very much enjoyed her. I do realize one thing though, I said this last night, just because you can put it in whole doesn't mean you should, okay? It just kind of slows down the process a little bit, depending on, only because I'm online with you guys. If I was just doing this for a batch order for a customer, I would probably just put it in whole and let it go. But to kind of expedite the process just a little bit, I'm just gonna cut these up into little cubes, okay? So I used one medium beet and then one teeny weeny baby beet, right? And this is a regular size orange to give you a comparison size of how small this beet is. So one medium size orange was beet was that one, and then one small beet, right? So not overpowering the taste here. I know we're not all excited about beets all the time, but they are so good for you. So I'm just gonna cut up the beets, and then we're cutting up the oranges, and we're just gonna toss it in and let her do her thing, okay? So we're excited to see and hear about how this helps menstrual cycles. Here we go. All right. And while that's doing its thing, I'm going to grab some bottles. Y'all, this pulp is so dry, like, look at this. Oh my gosh, so dry. That's what you want. You don't want to be able to pull any extra moisture out of that. So, oh my gosh. Yes, y'all. So dry. All right, let's grab a couple of lids. We're gonna need one more. Looks like we're gonna need one more. Okay, all right, we're almost done. I don't know if you can hear that steady sound. That basically means that it's done filtering through here, but there's just a little half of an orange that got caught up in here. So, oh, it went down. She's almost done. But we can go ahead and let it out. You see, look, y'all. That, it looks like blood. Literally looks like blood. Like, wow. And I had the nerve to wear a light color tonight. At your own risk, okay? May the odds be ever in your favor, okay? So there is that. We're not taking any chances tonight. We're gonna use this funnel, okay? So look at this, y'all. Look at how rich, red and rich this looks. I mean, you can't even. Doesn't it just look like, wow. It looks like it helps the blood, okay? And then we have this one. We're actually gonna use the smaller one. There we go. Here we have, so 5 oranges and 2 beets, 1 medium-sized beet, 1 small beet, made about, what was this, 18? I think it was about 18, 20 ounces, 18 ounces? What about 18 ounces? This is 10 and this is 8. So what is that? 14 ounces or so? Okay, so there we go. All right, now let's taste it. Have I maintained my cleanliness here? Let's taste it and see how it tastes. Okay, all right. Earthy aftertaste, but you taste the oranges, and so I think the size of the beets definitely are favorable because it's not overpowering of a taste, but it's still in there, okay? So I'm gonna speak from someone who actually had iron issues, okay? So I am in childbearing years, so if you're in childbearing years or if you know someone who is, they probably will find value in this. I actually had to, I had low iron when I was pregnant with my second son, and I was put on blood transfusions. They tried to do all these things to me, y'all, and I was like, let me go the natural route. Please let me go the natural route. And so I tried it. I tried it, but it takes a lot of consistency. So I can very much speak to, but they were like, especially if you're trying to have a natural childbirth, your iron levels have to be up, and mine were not. And so, anywho, beets help to reduce the inflammation associated with and increase the blood flow to the uterus. Okay, so it says they open up constricted blood vessels and bring more oxygenated blood to the uterus, right? So that is why that's why the cramps, that's why the cramps are cramping, okay? Because those blood vessels are constricted, because your body's kind of like, it's kind of got like an elimination process going on. Of course, it's cleansing itself, it's doing all these things. And so this juice helps to relieve, the beets rather, helps to relieve those menstrual cramps, right? Helps to relieve that cramping sensation as your body is doing what it's designed to do and supposed to do. It also reduces period-induced fatigue by improving hemoglobin levels, okay? So that's where I was telling you before, like when I was, whenever you're pregnant, you're tired a lot, you just like, or some women, are just fatigued the first 2 days of their period, and it's just like, but beet juice will help you to get up those those period-induced fatigue, okay? Help you to get that under control. That way you can kind of continue your normal day routine. If you're taking care of kids or got a job and you're just like sluggish, just like, get you some beet juice, okay? Beet juice, mix it with some oranges, some apples or something, whatever. It's also a good source of potassium, which can help prevent muscle cramps, okay? That's also what helps to prevent the muscle cramps throughout your belly, throughout your stomach, and in your uterus, right? Beets are high in iron, which is an essential mineral that helps to support red blood cell production and hemoglobin levels, okay? So red blood cells, right? Beets are red and they help support red blood cells, okay? Easy stuff, right? Easy stuff. Okay. This says menstruating women require a larger intake of iron compared to their male counterparts. You ever been told that you have anemia? You ever been told that you can't give blood? Okay, I know that's been my story. I don't think I've ever been able to successfully give blood because of low iron levels, right? And so it's just whenever I go, I haven't tried in a while. Maybe I should try again. But for a long time, I mean, consistently, this is probably 10 or 12 years ago when I was in the Air Force, because the trucks and those vans, those mobile vans would come around routinely every few months. They would come around and I was never able to give blood, y'all. I wasn't eating right then, okay? I wasn't eating right then as right as I should have been, right? And so they had diagnosed me with anemia, okay? And I'm careful to say they diagnosed me, because what comes out of your mouth is, do you accept it, right? They diagnosed me. I didn't accept that, but they had diagnosed me with anemia. And so I knew and understood the journey that I was on, or what made that, so that was because of my low iron, right? And so whenever I sought out a nutritionist, and she told me to up my beets, right? Or up my, basically, she told me to up a category of foods. I can't remember at the time or right now, but beets was among the category of foods that she told me to increase, okay? She also told me to increase my beef intake, stuff like that, right? Because, and it was another food too, but anywho, beets are your friend, okay? So get you this 2-ingredient beet juice. It is not going to harm your budget. Iron-rich foods, that's exactly right. Iron-rich foods, right? And so there was a category of foods that she told me to eat on to increase my beets, and I would be able to come off the medication. I wouldn't have to have the second blood fusion. And so praise report, I didn't have to have the second blood fusion, and I was able to have a natural childbirth, okay? So that was my goal, my dream, and my wish. And I did the hard part, this stuff right here, increasing my iron-rich foods, and I was able to do it. So it's possible. I tell you, you do not have to accept what the doctors tell you. Just get you, you know what I'm saying? If you don't believe or trust them, get a second, third opinion, and go from there, okay? So anyway, this juice is good, y'all. It's not terrible, right? Beets they don't have the best reputation, but they do some amazing stuff inside of our body. What I like to tell people is this, right? Your taste buds need to grow up, okay? They do. They need to grow up. Can I tell you some hard truths? They need to grow up, right? Because if you're eating food always strictly for taste and not for the empowerment that it does on the inside of your body, then you're blocking off a lot of blessing on the inside of your cells, the vitamins and minerals that your body needs. This is gatekeeping. This right here, your tongue is gatekeeping, okay? So grow your taste buds up, okay? And let's get us some foods that and then if we stop eating so much sugar, okay, day 15 of my juice fast. Yes, yes, yes. Come on. I love to hear that. So I bet you can attest to your taste buds changing, okay? The true test is whenever we integrate foods back into our life. We don't want as much sugar. So whatever you feed your body is what it will want, okay? Don't feed your body the trash foods if you don't want it to want trash foods, okay? If you want to stop having the cravings, stop feeding the addiction, okay? That was good right there. If you want to stop having the cravings, stop feeding the addiction, okay? So that's just my advice to you. If you are, listen, we do juice fast. I definitely recommend, like I say, you don't have to overturn the boat sharply, but you do need to increase, right? You don't have to eat beets every day, but put them in there 1 or 2 times a week, y'all. At least if you're just starting out, 1 or 2 times a month, okay? Just introduce yourself to them. If you don't like them now, just introduce yourself to them. So do you clean your produce before juicing? Always, 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 always. Most of the time, I do all of that before I come on camera, for the simple fact that I want to take up less time and kind of make the process a little more seamless for you guys. But yes, absolutely yes. You know why? Because another thing, I was going to show this in another video. Whenever you're consuming raw fruits and vegetables like this, you're getting everything that the fruit is or that was on it, right? So whether it be bugs, pesticides, especially if you're not buying organic, if you can't find organic, you can't afford organic, you're getting everything that was on it. So I do my best, because I'm consuming raw fruits and vegetables, to clean it first. This isn't cooked. I'm not cooking off anything in the fruits and vegetables like meat, right? You can kind of get away with red meat a little bit, not brown, right? If you're cooking a steak dish, you can get away with a little bit of whatever because you're cooking off a lot of the bacteria. That's not the case here. So you want to make sure you wash your fruits and vegetables. A lot of people just stick them in water. I do baking soda, I do vinegar, depending on if it's a porous fruit. I don't do vinegar because I don't want it to taste like vinegar. I'll do baking soda. But those are the 2 that I choose. And so sometimes I do both. Sometimes I do one or the other. It just really depends. But always, always, always wash your fruits and vegetables. And no, I do not use veggie wash. I do not use that stuff that they sell at the store. No, ma'am. Sure don't. No, I do not. Because it's got chemicals in it. So you're washing it with other chemicals, right? I can use Dawn dish soap if I was gonna do that. No, thank you. So yeah, that's just my method. That's my style. But yes, to answer your question, always, always, always wash your fruits and vegetables because you're consuming raw products and you want to just be as helpful to your body as possible. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys. I'm not going to be long. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being here. This is my last video for the week. I will see you guys back here next week on Sunday. Can you believe it's already Thursday, y'all. It's already Thursday. Crazy. But I will see you guys back here on Sunday. I'm live every Sunday through Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so I'll see you guys back here next week for more recipes, right? Next week, we're starting our tailgating recipes. We're staying in our 2 ingredients, but we're starting our tailgating recipes as we get ready for Super Bowl Sunday. So y'all have a great night. And remember, food is really the most effective medicine. Good night.